What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and here we are. We're gonna do my son's head. It's looking like rats been sucking on it, but please not too much on it. Today we're gonna be doing a mid taper. He don't never want anything touched off the top, but we still gonna clean that up later on. Furthermore, when the video went off or whatever, or when I stopped recording, cleaned it up a lot more. But first, what I want to do is I want to comb the canvas. After combing the canvas, then I go right into my wall balding clippers. As you see, I'm setting in my guideline right there. That's very important. I always want to get those straight. All right, so at this point, I got my cocos, my fading clippers, and I got the lever open, setting in that first guideline. Now I got the lever closed and I'm attacking that bottom line. And as you're gonna see, I am gonna hit it. You just see I hit that lever and I'm going back and forth doing cleanup at the same time as hitting that bottom line. I wouldn't suggest doing that unless you are completely comfortable, but I've been cutting for a while, so it's kind of like second nature to me. Now what I'm doing is I got my number 1 guard on and I'm setting another guideline, and that is also a 1/4 inch up. And it's just repeating the exact same process as the one before. And the lever at this point is closed, so that's important. Okay, so now I got my half guard, which is my 0.5. I got that on, and that lever is going to be closed to open, and I'm just attacking that guideline that's in between and just kind of like clean up at the same time. And right here I got my number 2 guard, and at 2 guard I'm going with the grain, and I'm just knocking out some of that bulk, debulking, just so that way I can get a cleaner fade. And then right here I got my 1.5 guard, and that right there, the lever is open, and I'm attacking that bottom line so that way that we can get a clean fade all the way through. Again, the 1.5 guard, and I'm working that lever back and forth, and I'm attacking those lines to get a nice blended fade. Again, you're gonna brush or comb out your canvas always. Because the hair is shorter, I'm using the brush. I'm using my cocos, my edgers. I forget the exact name of them, but I'm setting in my guideline, my ball line right there. Set in that first guideline, lever all the way open, no guard. Then I'm gonna be putting on that number 1 guard, and I'm gonna be repeating the same process right there. Lever closed. It's the exact same process when you fading or whatever. It's not really nothing different. You just repeating the process. Those guards are gonna get you that fade. As long as you're doing what you need to be doing, it's gonna be faded. As you see, he falling asleep. Nod. Wake up, boy. All right, so now back to it. Now we're doing that 1.5 guard. And now right there, I believe the lever is halfway, or either it was all the way open. But I'm kind of attacking that bulk, but at the same time, kind of setting in another guideline at the same time. Again, I'm a little different because I've been doing it so long. It's kind of second nature for me to kind of clean up as I go. No guard, the lever closed. I'm attacking that bottom line. My son is starting to nod off right here. I'm about to tap him on his shoulder to wake him back up. Boom. Yeah, when you in my chair, man, it's comfortable. You can relax, you can be you. I got my 0.5 guard on. I'm doing a cleanup and knocking out that debulk right there, and we're gonna pass that debulking. Gonna save that for another day. Boom. At this point, I got my fading clippers again, lever closed, and I'm going right up and knocking off them loose ends at the front of his head. It's a certain look that we kind of go for with his hair. It's also a preference of his, and we kind of do that just to kind of clean it up. And what we do is we shape everything into like a real clean fro. And when we do that, then he pretty much sponge it and then be twisting it, and that's why I be looking all crazy. Now, what you want to do with this lineup, always start in the middle of that head and then work your way right to left or left to right, whichever. Boom, look at that. Them suckers is hitting. I love the digital gap on these Cocos. Now we knocking out them C cups. Now I know a lot of people don't do enhancements, but I do enhancements. And that's also a preference deal. That's completely up to you. My son love it, so because of that, he's gonna get them enhancements. Now I know a lot of people might say something about like right there where I'm hitting right now, is they're gonna be like, oh well, that's a little crooked, like it looked like it dropped. Well, if you look at my son's head from straight on, his edge up was like super straight. But each client is gonna be different based on their head. If you're a real barber, then you're gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. I try to keep it natural. I don't take away from the shape of somebody's stuff. I hit it with the shears, and as y'all see, I only hit the left side of the head because I was doing this tutorial video. So I just wanted to make sure to knock that out. Now look at how cold them dang Cocos is hitting. And it just took that right off of there. And I'm barely even touching. I'm heavy-handed as heck. If I hit him with that, for real, I'm telling you, that's gonna draw blood. But look at that, right there. Now I'm gonna go through, clean up a little bit more. There it is, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for another one.